Hi everybody, Andy here with etrailer.com. Let's take a look together at these Diode Dynamics SS3 Sport LED combo pod lights with brackets. These 3-inch LED combo pod lights are going to be great for seeing near and far. They're going to give you bright light with reduced glare for improved visibility and safety. As you can see, I do have this light connected to my power source already. And what you're currently seeing is one of my favorite features of these lights. It's the backlight. But more on that in just a moment. I do have this light installed to with the included bracket, and so this bracket is going to let you mount this light virtually anywhere on your vehicle. And it does come with the hardware to mount the light into the bracket. And what's nice about these brackets is you can adjust the angle of the light to wherever you want it, and then just tighten down the light with that hardware to hold that angle. And then you're going to also receive the hardware to install the bracket to your vehicle. Now, these brackets are constructed of sturdy aluminum, so they're going to hold up really well for you. They're very durable. You're not going to have to worry about corrosion or anything like that. I'm going to turn my studio lights off here, go to the wide view, just so you can see what that backlight looks like in the dark and from a distance. This amber backlight is going to be great to add a stylish touch to your vehicle, or it's going to give you more visibility when you're not using that main beam. Speaking of that main beam, let me fire that up for you just so you can see the difference. So there's our main beam, and there's our backlight. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can shine this on the wall behind me so you can get a look at that beam. So that combo beam pattern is a mix between a driving beam and a flood beam. So this is going to be great for all-around use. And these lights have a color temperature of 6,000 Kelvin, so that cool white color is going to match most of your factory LEDs. Let me go ahead and turn my studio lights back on here. And even with my bright overhead studio lights, you can still see that light, still see that beam. So this is going to be pretty bright for you. Speaking of brightness, this has a raw lumen rating of 2,262 lumens and a measured lumen rating of 1,520 lumens. And this has a peak beam intensity of 31,500 candela. And candela ratings measure the directional light output, and it's how anything is rated where you want light shining in a specific direction. Lumen ratings are just for omnidirectional output, like your regular light bulbs, where you want light shining in all directions. But for a more detailed description of these ratings, you can visit this product page on our website, or Diode Dynamics provides additional information that you can find. Now, the power draw on the main beam is going to be 1.1 amps, and on that backlight, it's 0.03 amps. And these lights are designed with the newer technology known as custom TIR optics. TIR stands for total internal reflection. So unlike the older technology that uses reflectors or simple projector lenses, which aren't real efficient at focusing all the light where you want it, this custom designed large TIR optic actually collects and focuses all of the light forward very efficiently. And then instead of having another external lens, certain lens patterns have been molded directly into this lens surface. So that's going to prevent the normal efficiency loss that you see with an outside lens. As you probably know, when you shine light through any type of glass or plastic, you're going to lose some of that light, and you could lose up to 10% of that light just from it shining through. So by making it as a part of this lens, you're actually going to pick up efficiency rather than lose it. Now, this does include the industry standard integrated Deutsch style connector, and then I've got this pigtail, and I'm using another pigtail obviously on that light. And so that pigtail with that Deutsch connector is going to plug right in to the back of the light there. And while we're looking at the back of this light, I wanted to show you that these lights do have a breather patch on the back that's going to prevent any moisture buildup. And then we have a set of heat sinks on the back housing of these lights that are going to do a great job of dissipating the heat quickly to increase the longevity of these lights. Now, these lights have been built with high-intensity LED chips, and they do feature a durable powder-coated aluminum construction. That heavy-duty construction is going to withstand extreme temperatures, corrosion, vibration, and testing has been completed to SAE standards, just like your factory lighting components on your vehicle. And an interesting note, Diode Dynamics actually designed and engineered and assembled these lights right down the highway from us at their headquarters here in the greater St. Louis area. Now let me give you some overall measurements. Looking at the overall width from end to end, we're sitting really close to 3¼ inches wide. That's going to be the same measurement for the height as well. But then when you add the bracket, obviously that's going to increase the height a little bit. So measuring from the top of the light to the base of our bracket, we're sitting pretty close to 3¾ inches tall. And then looking at the depth from the front of the light to the end of our heat sinks, we're sitting pretty close to 2 3/8 inches deep. Now these lights do draw high current and they do require adequately sized wiring for safe operation. So if you're not using a Diode Dynamics wiring harness, you want to be sure that you're using wiring that's 16 gauge or larger. Now, if you like these lights, but the lumen rating or the features or the type of light isn't exactly what you're looking for, the good news is we do carry a wide selection of lights from Diode Dynamics here at etrailer.com. So be sure to check the other offerings that we have from them, and I'm confident you're going to be able to find just what you're looking for. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our look today. I do hope that our time together has been illuminating for you. Again, my name is Andy. Thank you for joining me.